So you have two controls in the plane, right, for
Right.
teaching?
Mhm.
So one for the instructor, one for the student.
Right.
So how do you teach? Like if that student doesn't coordinate accidentally, so how does the plane behave? Does it give precedence to the instructor or the student?
No, actually, the controls are mechanically connected to one another. So it's impossible to turn in two different directions. So if you look in there, when I turn my, like the steering to one way, the other one also turns that way. And it's impossible for this one to turn the other way. And there's also a protocol during a flight with an instructor and a student. The instructor says, I have the controls. And the student just says, okay. Because that's maybe something is becoming unsafe, or the instructor isn't comfortable with what's happening, then they'll take control. And that's also when you've got your license, then maybe there's two pilots and they're pilot co-pilot. They're taking turns, and so they can both, like I can say, I'm going to get a drink of my coffee. You have the controls, and then they're flying, and then they say, okay, you have the controls, and then I'm flying.
Okay.
But it's impossible for the controls to be.
So what about the
operated
pedals?
the pedals are also mechanically. So if I'm turning rudder to the left and the other person turns the rudder to the right, I feel it in my feet. But they could never do opposite controls. It's designed to not be possible.
Okay. So, like, do you teach the class? Do you take the? Do you instruct?
I'm not an instructor. No, that's an extra certification. So I'm able to take passengers in a plane, but not as an instructor yet. I eventually will hope to be. So it takes quite a bit more training to become an instructor.